Show you how rusty this is. Welcome back to Kushtka Garage, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I am, because today I'm working on Old Pig, the Alaskan Overland rig. Pig is a 2001 LB7 Duramax GMC Sierra 3500 crew cab long bed dually with a freshly rebuilt camper on the back of it. Turn you around and show you here in just a second. And today we're going to be changing out the old nasty rear bumper. But first, word from our sponsors, me. So I got some merch that you can check out right below this video. You're going to see Kushtka Garage Store. I got the most comfortable shirts that you will ever wear. It says Kushtka Garage right there. It's a polyester, cotton, rayon blend. No clue what that means, but it is super soft. And I made sure to get the low-cut sleeves so that you look like the stud you are. Got a variety of things on there. This one says Kush. It's got the YouTube address right there. I got a bunch of hats. Here's the old LB7 hat. Everything comes in a variety of colors and sizes, and really help the channel out if you get one. And these t-shirts, I'm not kidding, most comfortable shirts that I own, and if you have one, it'll be the most comfortable shirt that you own. Guaranteed, or you can bitch at me in the comments. All right, let's get into today's project. Turn you around here. So as you see, we have a very gnarly rusted bumper. I spray painted it last year, you know, gave it a nice rebuild, but that didn't hold, of course. So picked up a brand new one on Amazon for a pretty decent price. I'll leave a link in the description. Comes with everything that you need. Right there, has all the hardware, has the brackets, and even has the wires to connect into the new lights. And before we do that, I'm going to install some LED off-road town flush mount floodlights that I'm going to use as backup lights. I got a wiring kit and everything, and so to do this I got to cut out a spot on the bumper so this fits down inside, and then once that's all cut, mounted, good to go, then I can go ahead and slap it on the truck. The lights also come with everything that you need as well. The hardware comes with some gaskets that I'm going to use as a template, and I'll essentially use a template, put it where I want to, kind of tape it off with some painter's tape, scribe in where I'm going to cut, then I'll use my angle grinder, cut it out, and then the lights will be ready to mount. The one thing I did off camera with these lights is, even though they have a nice silicone gasket to prevent water from getting into the lights, I went ahead and removed those screws right there that you see, those 6 screws, popped off the top cover, and then I put a thin layer of sealant around it just so that, you know, it'll last for years to come. They will probably be fine by themselves without doing that, but call it an abundance of caution. You know, we've all seen lights of all sorts of shapes, sizes, and colors that are all fogged out and have water on the inside. So, and you know, nobody ever takes them back out and fixes it. They just wait till it burns out and then swap it in for new ones and then rinse and repeat. But you know, if you can save yourself some time, some agony, some money, and you make it look nice just by spending a couple extra minutes by removing those screws, putting a little layer of silicone in there, putting it back together, letting it dry, then you know, why not? Okay, well, let's go ahead and get to this. I am going to figure out where exactly I want to put my lights. I used to be on a striping crew that painted all the lines and lines on the roads, airport runways, taxiways, parking lots. We did all the painted all the bikemen and the arrows and everything, and we eyeballed absolutely everything because time is money. So I think I'm going to do the same exact thing right now. Eyeball it, make it look good, make it look symmetric. If it looks good, I'm going to go ahead and send it so that we can continue on with this. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably going to time lapse it so you don't see me messing around taping things off and cutting, and this will just be a short little section. All right, let's get to it. We're going to go ahead and start unbolting that guy. We're under the truck here. First thing we're going to want to do is disconnect all our electrical from the bumper. Already started. You got two lights on either side. They just twist out, as you can see. Just twist, pull, they come right out. You got this. You got a bunch of little clips right here. They just twist out with a screwdriver. Got one left. You just kind of cram it in between there. Give it a little twist. Easier with two hands. Let's see if I can just do it with one. This is going to be the difficult one. There you go. Oop. Just get that out of there. Should be it. Yeah, that's it for electrical. And for bolts, so we can reuse this bracket if we want to. This one right here. But the kit comes with a new bracket. And that whole kit I got from Amazon, so I'll leave a link in the description for you. So we're going to go ahead and remove. We got a nut on the other side here and here. We got one here, one there. This is a 19. This is a 21. Those are 18s, I believe. And this guy right there, that's a 15. So you got a 15 on one side, the other side, the nut there is a 19. And the kit comes with all new hardware, so we don't have to reuse any of that crap. bolts right here. Yeah, there she is. Pretty horrendous. Okay, I'm gonna clean up a little bit and get prepared for the installation. All right, guys, put a couple hours into scrubbing on this frame a bit. I found some rust scale, which I did not anticipate. I thought maybe a little bit of surface rust, something I could take care of later when I start working on the frame, but I found some rust scale and I needed to get my air hammer in there, my air chisel, needle scaler, grinder, wire wheel, and I blew this out a couple of times, but that is all rust. I'm about ready to spray some converter. Let me get a light for you. There was quite a bit of buildup right on the hitch there. There was a lot of buildup on the frame. Happy to see there is metal under there. But I took off a lot of scale. All the way over. Tickled the shackles as well. And I wanted to just get the mating surfaces so that I wasn't trapping in rust, but one thing led to another and I just started going to town, and then I went to the store, picked up some rust converter, and I'm about to spray that on. That's coming along. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some converter and get back to you when it's time to install the new bumper. These brackets on either side here, and here is the hardware. Doesn't have any instructions, but I think I can figure it out here. So these fatties will go right there. I only need two of them, I think. I'm not sure what these guys are going to be for. Maybe I can use them for the tow hitch. There's two little guys. Those will go right there. And then we got a bunch of these ones, which I think will go here, there, and there, something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and get these attached and see where we're at then. Kits are secured. And we're ready for install. I think the game plan is I am going to set the bumper on the truck, and I'm going to do the hitch bolts first because that seemed to hold it pretty good. And then I can go ahead and start cinching everything else down. I'm still not sure what these other 21s are for. I mean, it's like they want to go in, but not really. Oops, sorry. It's like they want to go in to be the hitch bolts, but not really. They don't fit as well as the ones that I took out, so I'm thinking I'm going to reuse these ones. I went ahead and hit them with a wire. Well, maybe, I don't know, actually. Maybe that fits just as well. I guess I could use them. I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. So I'm gonna set you down, and I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. Okay, so Got the brackets very loosely put on the bumper. I am going to place it on there, start with the little guy, and then this 21 on both sides, and start slowly tightening things up, and hopefully it works. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and put you on time lapse, and we'll see what happens.
Told you that I don't want to go back. I'm just afraid that I'll lose you, and I don't want to hide or waste another life. You say yes.
Okay, that is it, guys. I didn't really film when I was scaling and air hammering away at the frame or the light install part as far as the wiring goes, because that's not really what the episode's about. The video is more about just the bumper itself, removing the old bumper and installing the other one. I can say that that bumper is a bit of a pain in the ass. I got a DNA one off of Amazon. It's one of the cheapest ones you can get, and they ship to Alaska for free, so I was like, yep, that'll do. But for 150 bucks, then what do you expect? All the parts were correct, but it's like they were bent a little wrong, or maybe they got banged up in shipping, I'm not sure, but it was a pain in the ass to reinstall the new one. Nothing really wanted to line up, and some of the reviews I was reading is some people just drilled holes, but I just bent it in place just to manhandle it until the holes lined up, and it worked. It does look like it sits a little bit lower compared to the stock one, but I mean, I guess that's all right. Also, I'm pretty certain that this truck has been rear-ended a couple of times or backed into things or something, because tailgate's all bent up, and the old bumper was pretty dinged up as well, so who knows what's going on back there. Old ass truck. But anyways, I don't know, 150 bucks. I'm not going to complain too much. I got it installed. Everything worked out just fine. Looks pretty good. Nicer than everything else on the truck now, so I gotta fix that. But I like it, so that's it, guys. Hope you found it helpful, entertaining. If you did, consider liking and subscribing to the channel to check out more videos just like this. I got a ton of videos on Old Pig here, so if this is your jam, I'll see you on the next one.